Chimudipo inabola mutima wase Chema musango mo titi no Chemo yebiso siye na itaba mo Ola epongo nyola bato bese.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast.
And
let me know where you are watching on the planet. On this day that's snowing so much in Maryland, I am your presenter, Divine Chamukong. Thank you, my friend, our Cletus from Boston. Thank you, Unison Summer. I assume you are connecting from Cameroon. I am sending you greetings from Maryland. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast. Again, my name is Divine Chamukong. If you're watching this, if you're on this platform for the very first time, my name is Divine Chamukong. I am in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Our Cletus, thank you for watching from Boston. Let me know where you are on the planet, and we will recognize you. We have Unison Summer. I want to just thank you for watching the show we had the other day on the Anglophone problem in Cameroon. Hello, brother Terence Agbo. Let me know, where are you in the United States, buddy? Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining us. It's snowing so hard today in Maryland. And so we're home. I thought we should connect once again because I just love you so much. Each time I come to do this show and other shows, people are there. Oh, good music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. Our Cletus, I've known you for God knows how long, right from Cameroon. Somebody is watching from Atlanta, Kemfo Martina. You can actually dial the number 240-603-7367. You can dial the number 240-603-7367. Just tell me what's happening in your city. If you are in Atlanta, we have people watching from Boston. Cletus, I want to imagine that you have a lot of snow, more than what we have in Maryland. Please let me know. Unison Summer, you can actually connect with me via WhatsApp. You just simply do 001-240-603-7367. 7367. Just simply do 001 240 603 7367 and we'll be chatting right live on Voices of Africa. Thank you so much, my dear friend Terence Agbo. I want to thank, anyway, I was saying that the other day we had a dynamite of a panel on Voices of Africa. We had we had friends who came in somewhere dialing in. We had Reverend Kennedy Ejacha on the platform. We had Dr. Fortung from South Africa. We have Mr. Munchia. We also had lawyer Are L. Oben in the United States. I mean, we had a great discussion, and that's only part one. Hey, that's only part one of the show. We are bringing you part two sometime mid-February, and you will love the panelists. We carefully select members of the panel to make sure that they reflect all the currents of thought flowing around this armed uprising in Cameroon. So that's our style here on Voices of Africa. Let's see. Wow, somebody says he is watching from Bali, Nyonga. Wow, it's so nice to connect with you, Mr. Kebuma Bali Boy. Kebuma Bali Boy watching from Bali Nyonga. Give my regards to everyone watching from Bali. And then I have my big brother, Bishop Leonard Vando Mokali, a man of great wisdom, give my regards to Bishop Caroline. Again, you want to chat with me, you simply can dial the number. You have, most of you watching have my number. You simply can dial my number, 001 240 603 7367. I was looking at my phone thinking that someone was dialing in. Or if you are in the United States or Canada, Britain, Canada, United States, you simply pick up your phone and call 240 603 7367. 240 603 7367. Now call when this music is over. It looks like many people really like it. Don't call when the music is playing, please. Let's go.
Chimudipo inabola mutima wase Jema musango titi no Jemo yebiso siye na itaba mona Ola epongo nyola bato bese Disima ula pondo ngona moto sade Ngia mito mangila Disi bese ni soboe Enya kisabe Pondo epoto Maombo manibole Mongo pene pasie Manyaka mabukiye Mabukingo manyamae Yamotiti pedi kondi boye Tata mweyande Esuba matanda Amota benamae
And the number is 240-603-7367. 240-603-7367. We're broadcasting on our website now. We're also broadcasting through YouTube, and we are broadcasting on our broadcast page. That's on Chatnite Africa broadcast page. That's on Facebook. So we are on 3 platforms as we speak. So you can actually dial the number 240-603-7367. You can dial the number right away and you will speak with me. Everybody on the planet will be listening to you. If you are in Africa, you can simply do 001 240-603-7367. 240, that's 001 240-603-7367. I have my phone in hand right now. So if you dial the number, we'll just chat. Let's know how you're doing. Let's know where you are on the planet. We'd like to, all right, Mr. Awa Cletus, maybe I'm going to be getting in touch with Mr. Awa Cletus momentarily. And so that he's in Boston. Typically in Boston, there is much more snow there than we have here. Let me see if I can get through to Mr. Awa Cletus in Boston, United States. Let's see. I'm trying to connect with Mr. Awa Cletus in Boston, United States. Let's see if he can come through. It looks like he is on. Hello, Mr. Awa Cletus. Hello, Mr. Awa Cletus.
Hello, Uncle G.
How are you, sir?
I am very happy to hear from you.
I am happier that you're connecting. I am happier that you are connecting on Voices of Africa, and everyone across the planet is listening to you now through the platform Chatnite Africa. Tell me a little bit about life in Boston. Hello, Mr. Awa Cletus.
Hello.
Yes, tell me a little bit about life in Boston, sir.
Yes, okay. Life in Boston is quite okay, but it's like I'm getting you. It's like I'm getting you with some
difficulty,
with some dragging.
It's
like I'm getting you with some echo.
With some echo, okay. I'll adjust it here, sir. Don't worry, I'll adjust it here. Let me put some music on while I make some adjustments here. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You are watching Voices of Africa, and we're touching base with friends across the globe, the United States. As I said, if you can dial the number, Mr. Awa Cletus, maybe you want to dial in from your own end. Dial from your own end. Let's see how it goes. 240-603-7367. While we wait for the phone calls to come in, I'd like to thank all of you, the fans of Voices of Africa on the platform Chatnite Africa. I want to thank all of you because without you, all right, let's see if this will be okay now. Hello, Mr. Awa Cletus. Hello, Mr. Awa Cletus.
Hello, Uncle G.
Are you still having the echo?
No, I am using the second phone, so I'm getting you 5 on 5 now.
Beautiful. Now tell me a little bit about life in Boston.
Yes, life in Boston is quite good. Life in Boston is quite good. And for the past 4 years, the snow level has actually dropped as compared to how it used to be, for the past 4 years continuously. Every year it has been dropping. As a matter of fact, we had our first snow just like some 1 week and some few days ago. And it was only after 1 year since we had the last snow.
Mr. Awa Cletus, I've known you for a very long time. You are a bulldozer. I was going to switch your name from Awa Cletus to Awa Bulldozer Cletus. Did you hear that name?
Okay.
Now, I guess the question I want to ask you, Mr. Awa Cletus, you are live on Voices of Africa, live from Boston in the United States. Tell me, I mean, how did you get to where you are? Give me in a few words. What I can't imagine what you haven't done to be where you are now. Tell me a little bit. Because your story is very inspirational. It's transformational.
I know. Okay. Thank you very much for that question. I want to say it's all about hard work, and because I have always been a very anxious person to achieve whatever goals I desire to achieve. And this because in my early days when I was growing up as a child, I lost my mom who used to pay me a lot. She had a restaurant, she was a caterer, and because she used to pay me a lot and would give me the kind of food that was believed would have been given to our father only by my other siblings. And so they used to call me Mommy Man. So when our mother passed on when we were still too young, I hadn't any choice than to have to work very hard to be able to maintain that standard which Mama had set for me.
And before you go on, Mr. Awa Cletus, just from what you have told me, I mean, it's so motivating. I mean, it just will inspire somebody to want to even catch a lion with a hand. Here's one thing I've learned in life. You don't know how high you can jump until you are being chased by a lion. Go ahead. Are you there?
Yes, I'm getting you, Uncle D.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Let me try to do something. Yes, I'm getting you. Let me try to see. Can come again because I was getting you as well from the other phone, so I just tapped it.
Okay. Do you hear me now well?
Yes, I'm getting now well.
Right. I was saying that sometimes, honestly, you don't know how high you can jump until something challenges you, until like it feels like the rock is being pulled from under your feet, until it feels, Cletus, like you are being chased by a lion.
Exactly. I want to think that for me as an entrepreneur, that is a common phenomenon. It's something I've always been living. And I usually describe it in another word that when challenges, get to its peak, you should know as an entrepreneur, that's when you are getting closer to a turning point for, a better, for another achievement. And many a times, when that occurs, it only spurs you up. And so, as an entrepreneur who have had that experience severally, I always see challenges as an opportunity. I can just give an example without going into the details of it. That I once had a landlord who increased my rent, and because he increased my rent, that forced me to start a construction project I had not believed I would be able. But before I realized I'd completed a story building.
Wow.
So at the end, I said, thanks to the fact that my landlord pushed me. If he didn't push me, I wouldn't have made that achievement.
Right, because
so
the tendency for many people is to remain in their comfort zones.
Exactly.
And so when something rattles you or shocks you like electricity, that's when you say, maybe I should try to do it too.
Exactly. That's just one example. Another example was when one of my partner companies, MTN Cameroon, they stopped my contract. When they stopped my contract one time, I was forced to look at things, differently and open doors for other opportunities. And it only plays to my good at the end. So every time I have a challenge, and I cannot count those type of challenges, a good number of them. Meanwhile, with some other people who have that kind of a challenge, they will look at it as if it's the end of the world.
They cry, they complain, give up, surrender.
Yeah, so I don't look at failures even as a frustrating circumstance. I look at it as an opportunity to instead take me up to another level. So when failures come, I concentrate in looking for what are the opportunities in the failure.
Wow.
What can I take from that failure?
Why
And
do you
then,
think many people don't see it how you see it from that angle? Why is that so?
well, I think that I am an entrepreneur, but with equally a lot of faith, in God. I believe that success is a gift, from God, and it's a blessing for one's hard work, and that there is no way you work hard and you don't succeed. So if you work so hard and then you have disappointment, even when you fall, it's not a problem. You learn a lesson from there, and then you get up back. So to me, how often one falls is not a problem, but how often he gets up when usually he falls is what makes the difference between more successful people and the people who are less successful. Because I don't believe that there are people who are not successful, but there are people who
Absolutely.
are less successful.
Now, let me ask you a personal question, Mr. Awakletus, connecting from Boston on Voices of Africa. And my question to you, Mr. Awakletus, which is sort of personal, if you don't mind, what are some of the odd things you have done, the odd jobs you've done, which a lot of young men these days, quite frankly, especially in Africa, don't want to do, and yet you did it?
Okay, if I want to count the odd jobs, let me tell you a few. Before starting my business, I carried sand from the gutter. I was mentored by my father in doing that when I was as early as when I was in class 5 in the primary school. And I carried this sand at the time we were selling a truck full of sand for just 5,000 francs. So I sold the sand and used the money for the sand sold as a source of capital to start selling wrapping papers, the papers they use in tying gari or puff.
Wow.
And equally the rope for bush lambs that could enable one light a lamb. And you'll be surprised for you to know.
You're amazing. You are an amazing guy.
Yeah, that during that time there was no light in part of Bali, Chompa, and Songwa. So I used to go sell these things in these places. And if I can tell you the profit margin for the rope of the lamb I was selling, you will not believe it. I used to buy for just 2,500 francs for a roll and will retail for 17,500. I used to buy a dozen for the papers, that was used in tying puff. An amazing thing you want to know is that sometimes I don't like saying this, but that is one of the bad things I did as a businessman at the time, because a friend was doing it and I also copied. You see, when we were selling these papers, we had to buy a dozen for 1,000 francs and sell for 1,200. But this friend will usually subtract some 35 from every packet. I subtracted mine too. So when you use 2 packets and form an extra one, so instead of profit, and,
but there was a time that you were Baba. You were dancing breakdance in the streets of Bamenda. Do you remember that? You remember that time?
Okay, gee, I would never forget that time. I have a special love for you because it was things from then. You can remember when I composed my first music, Don't Wanna You Risk Your Life, to refuse the name that they gave me, AC Risky, because my real name were supposed to be AC Fuzi. So because I was a very courageous person in manipulating with electricity while we're doing our electrical orientation, in GTC Bamenda sometimes in 1990. So my benchmate, Tim Vigilius, gave me the name AC instead of calling me Awakletus, because after having done a pre-test, ahead of our teacher's control, and it resulted to, there was a short circuit that resulted to an explosion. As if that was not enough, in the next week, I still tried it again. And so when I tried it, the friend now started calling me AC Risky, that I was a very courageous guy, that despite what happened last time,
you took the risk again.
And to refuse the name, I composed my first music, Don't Wanna You Risk Your Life, since I was a break dancer. And I can remember when I appeared on television for the first time, it was thanks to you, Uncle G, when we staged in CRTV before a big crowd of artists, and I was selected amongst the few to participate on the television program, which was the first ever for our region. And you were the coordinator of that program, and I cannot explain the level of fame that that program gave me, because
Oh, that's so beautiful.
when I went back to school, my friends started guiding me like Michael Jackson. They didn't
You're a
want
star.
to leave me alone.
But you see, Risky, there's something I've always admired in you, and there's just no way I couldn't have promoted you from the start. You see, when you see somebody with such fire in the stomach, performing with the heart of a lion, with the sheer passion, flaming desire to win, how would you not promote that kind of person? Let me ask you a question, Mr. A.C. Risky, Cletus, if you are in Boston, and all of us here in the United States and Europe, I believe, receive letters from relatives, from friends asking for money for business. If somebody asks you for money for business from the village, one of the streets in Cameroon, what's going to be your answer?
Well, Uncle D, I can't tell you the number of people I've given them money for business. I mean, since I just came to America, I've given money for business to a number of people already as we speak.
Have they always succeeded?
Some succeed, but some don't.
What have you identified to be the reasons why you gave money to some friends and relatives and they didn't succeed?
Well, some didn't succeed, not because they wouldn't have succeeded, but they didn't succeed because they lack some of the characteristics of what is required to succeed in business.
And what are some of the characteristics?
Yeah, some of these characteristics are the characteristics of having a willpower to be able to keep capital and distinguish one's business capital from his maybe spending money and things like that, and then be able to resist not using that money for any other thing but for the business that the money was destined for.
That sounds in my ears. That sounds in my ears as self-discipline.
Exactly. It's an aspect of self-discipline, and then some don't have the courage, first of all, to believe that with that amount of money they can succeed. Because some, before they even come asking, they needed more than you could provide. And when you provided what you could provide to them and ask them to start, from that little and going up, they look at it as a source of frustration, not having their desired amount.
Let me ask you again a personal question, Mr. Cletus. You did all these odd jobs, loading sand and paid chicken feet as money, pocket change. There was a time that you retail, was it fruits behind the market in Bamenda, if I remember very well?
Yes. I used to, not only fruit even, I used to harvest fruits from some from our farm, and then I will buy some and add to it and go and retail behind the market.
I remember very well. That's a long time back.
Yes, and that is as far back as when I was in the primary school up to Form 1. And I was a very diversified business person. I was not only selling any particular thing. Even in time of grasshopper, I will also harvest some and buy some, add to what I harvest and go and sell in Linde.
Wow. Cletus, you were doing what a lot of young people wouldn't want to do. You are age mates. Where did you keep your pride, brother? Your ego?
Well, you see, one thing about pride and ego is it's not a thing of a business person. It's not a thing of a business person. And that's why I am very happy, because I started business first of all when I was too young. And because I was too young, and then very economically destitute, I found no reason to be arrogant or disrespectful to maybe my elders or people who were wealthier than myself, because I needed their support even to survive, even if I was the recalcitrant, and ego type person, But then when I realized again that at some point when I made my first real money it brought me some bit of arrogance, but then it was just natural, like it happens to some other people. Because I can remember when I made my first money, I could, it made me, I was like seeing myself above every other person.
Right.
Somebody said something, so I said, I get out. What do you have? I mean, those type of statements, sometimes saying it, but in my mind, But then when real money came, it humbled me. So one thing I know about money is that when money comes, when real money comes, it humbles.
Anyway, before I ask for your last word, Mr. Awa Cletus, are you connecting live from Boston? A lot of people are online asking for the number. I read it many times. If you want to connect to me right now live and speak to the world through the microphones of Voices of Africa, take note, if you are overseas, you can reach me via WhatsApp 001 240 603 7367. Let me repeat it. 001 240 603 7367. If you're overseas in Cameroon, Nigeria, Rwanda, Ghana, that's how you get to me through WhatsApp, and you will be speaking to the world through the microphones of Voices of Africa on the platform Chatnite Africa. Now, and if you're in the United States, simply pick up your phone and dial 240-603-7367. 240-603-7367. Hello, Mr. Ruben Gwandua. You are connecting, you are watching this show from Bahrain. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful country. Yes, sir, Mr. Awa Cletus, what's your last word, sir?
My last word, Uncle D, I want to thank you for, first of all, giving me this opportunity to participate on the program. It has been an opportunity, I believe, for me to have been able to share some bit of my story with your very wide network. I equally want to thank all the viewers and contributors of Chatnite Africa, because their participation is what has made Chatnite this very big media network that it has become today. And we would want to see it grow bigger, and we would want to always have that opportunity on KD to share our story in order to also inspire other people to believe that they can equally get to where some of us are, and equally go even further, irrespective of, where they are coming from, because where they are not different from where some of us equally are coming from. So that's just all I can say.
Thank you so much. You see, there's something, here's the bigger reason why I really, really admire you, Mr. Awa Cletus. And Mr. Gwandua Ruben, watching from Bahrain, says, you are his man. That's my man, referring to you. You see, one reason I really, really admire you is your disposition to telling your story. You see, most times when people come online, they give the impression that they are King Kong, they are the Bruce Lee, they are the Wang Yus, they are the, I don't know, they just never get. So you come here, you tell your story, you're humble enough to tell your real story. That, look, listen, if you see, anybody sees you driving a big, beautiful car in Boston, there were times that you were retailing fruits behind the market in Bamenda. There were times that you did all kinds of odd jobs. And I got this same inspiration from Dr. Njavne Joybet, who used to sleep in beer parlors, not because he wanted to. He worked there overnight, slept there just so that he could have a place to lay his head overnight. He is what he is. He's a coach. He talks to thousands and thousands of people across Africa. He attends, he coaches businesses overseas and in Africa. So this is what humility does. There's something God does. God rewards humble people. Thank you so much, Mr. Cletus Awa. And that's Mr. Cletus Awa. He was talking to us from not talking to us from Bahrain, Mr. Cletus Awa. connecting from Boston. If you want to speak on, yes, I got somebody on the line. This is Chatnite Africa platform. Hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
Who am I speaking with, please?
You're speaking to Pastor Philomena Scott, all the way from Cameroon, Yaoundé.
Oh, that's beautiful. How's Yaoundé today?
Oh, we bless God. We bless God. We thank God.
Okay, you want to cut the listening device there and just talk to me on your phone if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Just cut the listening device there. So that we don't have echo back into your phone. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just cut off any listening device there.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Okay, now tell me a little bit. How is Yaoundé? I mean,
Okay.
I can imagine that because of the Africa Cup of Nations, Yaoundé is in such festive mood. Is it? Hello?
Yeah, sure.
Beautiful.
A lot of traffic here and there, a lot of movement here and there, and
I can imagine.
the town is kind of busy. It's a kind of busy, but we thank God for life. We thank God for protection. We thank God, even though things are unfolding the way it's going because of the crisis we have in the country. A lot of movement, families from the northwest and the southwest migrating from here to there in search of protection.
Jobs,
and all
protection,
of that.
security.
A change of town, a change of life, and
Now, do you have friends across the globe you might just want to say hi to them, extend your best wishes to them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I just want to extend a warm greeting to my friends, family members, even right there in Maryland.
Yeah, call their names. There. Yeah, who are they? Call their names. People are listening to this a lot in Maryland.
There are a whole lot of them.
You don't want to offend anybody.
Marie, I have come back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I have a whole lot of people over there. If I want to call, whom am I going to call and whom am I going to leave? I just want to say hello to each and everyone over there listening to me, that we are here, and our earnest prayer is that God should also protect them over there, protect all of you over there from this deadly pandemic that has really ravished the world at large, and hoping that someday things will get better.
Thank you so much, calling from Yaoundé, Cameroon. And I just got a caller from Yaoundé, Cameroon. If you're outside of the United States, you can call the number. You can dial it this way: 001 240 603 7367. Let me take it one more time: 001 240 603 7367. If you are anywhere in the United States, simply pick up your phone and dial 240 603 7367. Please go on YouTube and hit the subscribe button, and you'll be subscribed, because this on YouTube. This is Chatnite Africa, and you are watching Voices of Africa. Voices of Africa on Chatnite Africa platform, and I thank all of you on the line watching. If you want to call, by the way, let me recognize some people on the line. There is Wandua Ruben calling from, who is watching from Bahrain. We have Philomena Scott, who just called in from Yaoundé. We have Yaoundé, Cameroon. We have lots of people across Africa watching this broadcast, and also in Europe and the United States. This is the phone. I have the phone in hand. Once you dial this number, you will be speaking to the world through the microphones of Voices of Africa. My name is Divine Chamakong. I love you. I don't take your friendship for granted. Let me give you a bit of music before we continue taking the phone calls. Let me give you a bit of music before we continue taking the phone calls. Please do not call when this music is going on. Let's go. This is Laza Schwarzeka.
Chimudipo inakula mujima wase Jema musangomo titino Jemo yebiso siye na itabamo nako Ola epongo nyola bato bese Nisima ula pondo ngona moto sade Iya mito mangila Nisi bese ni soboe Enya kisame Kondo ipoto Maombo manibole Kongo pene pasie Manyaka mabukiye Mabukingo manyamae Iya motiti pe di kondi bonye Tata mweyande Esuba suba matanda Amota benamae Uma wasande yeye Iya motiti pe di kondi bonye Tata mweyande Esuba suba matanda Amota benamae Uma wasande yeye Oni uwasonde no ipemea Osetelete Keyapewa pule.
Hello, you are watching Voices of Africa, connecting with fans. We just thought that today we connect with communion with our fans because we just love you. I mean, we don't take, those of you watching this broadcast and sharing the broadcast, you know what? We could never ever thank you enough. We could never ever thank you enough because you are doing so much for Voices of Africa, sharing and commenting, and here also on the platform, Friends Connect with Friends. Friends Connect with Friends. You just see what's happening between Mr. Gwandoa in Bahrain and Mr. Cletus Awa here in Boston, United States. You can now dial the number 240-603-7367. Let me repeat it, 240-603-7367. I imagine that today lots of people celebrating their birthday. This week, people celebrated birthdays and so on. Again, you can dial the number 240-603-7367 to speak to the world through the microphones of Voices of Africa on the platform Chatnite. The platform is called Chatnite Africa, and the broadcast is Voices of Africa. We like to hear our brothers and sisters, our viewers, our listeners speak on the platform. It is your platform. I am only the broadcast anchor. Now, I was saying that I recognize that people are celebrating their birthday today. There were people who were celebrating this week. Others will be celebrating this coming week. I got something for you. I cannot come here without giving you something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Now I have something I want to give all of you celebrating your birthday today, and I believe that you will love it. I'm selecting that, and I think it's ready. It's ready. Let's go. If you're celebrating your birthday today, I have somebody on the line, Mr. Gwandua from Bahrain. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Gwandua from Bahrain.
Good evening, family.
Good evening. Everybody's listening to you on the planet.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here this evening. I'm so happy. I'm calling from Bahrain.
Yes, the time now in Maryland, in Washington, D.C. is 10 minutes to 5 o'clock in the evening. What time is it in Bahrain?
We have a bit past 12 o'clock.
Beautiful.
Past 12 o'clock in Bahrain.
How is life in Bahrain? Do you have a lot of Africans in Bahrain?
We have a lot of Africans. So many Cameroonians in Bahrain. So many.
I see. How did you find yourself in Bahrain, Mr. Gwandua Robin?
Yeah, we know the situation in our country, Cameroon.
Yes,
so difficult, and as a Cameroonian, we have to look forward for greater, greener pastures. So that is why when things were not moving well in Cameroon, I had to find myself here in Bahrain.
Okay. Now, when Mr. Awakletus was talking on the show, you dropped in a note that you know him.
Yes. He has been a very good friend, a schoolmate. If you talk with him privately, he will tell you what he went through when we were in school. We knew him as Risky, AC Risky. So he will tell you how he got the name AC Risky. He had a shoe. That's a shoe that's with a high heel. And a bend, that's with all what we went through, the shoe was so bent. So from there, from the shoe, you could know where and know how he has gone far to be what he is today. So if you ask him, he will be able to tell you about that shoe.
You know, I tell you something. When people go through hard life, it prepares them to be fine, compassionate human beings. That is what Mr. Awakletus is. In my view, I've known him. That's the way I know him.
Yes. He had been a photographer. I myself have been a photographer in Bamenda.
Wow.
He had been a photographer. So when people saw him progressing, so people were surprised. Hey, oh, how can a photographer from this level be somebody? You see? So it is a life. He has walked through it. We have succeeded. I said, not only him, we have succeeded. Because when we know where we are coming from, we know our future. We fight for it.
Wow, what a beautiful story. Now, do you have a word of wisdom before we go to share with the many people watching the show and those who are watching? Because this show is being streamed on YouTube, also on the channel Chatnite Africa. Do you have a word of wisdom, something you want to share to inspire other people listening to you, Mr. Ruben Gwandua in Bahrain?
Yes, I just want to tell my fellow, especially the junior ones, that before you get a bigger thing, you must start from small. Something that comes big, if you see a great person today, know that he started somewhere. So we must be able to start from somewhere before we get to where we are going to. Yes, because just like AC Risky, Mr. Awakletus, he started from somewhere. Some of us started from somewhere, just like Ethiopia started from somewhere.
Exactly.
To get where he is now. So don't ignore anything that comes your way. It is very common today, a small boy telling you of, when they pay him, when they pay him 20,000, say, 20,000 is so small. No. Get that 20,000 francs and look forward. From that 20,000 francs, you can get 30. From the 30,000 francs, you can get 100. From 100,000, you can get million. That is life. That is life. It's a step from one step to another.
Wow.
That is why when
nice
I advise so many people getting into this country, I say, see, when you get into this country, you cannot just get it just like that. You must start from somewhere. Don't expect to get the millions. If you start from somewhere, you can get 30 BD. Maybe in a year's time, you get 150 BD. Just like that, it is a step. It's a stage. Don't rush, because if you rush, you fail.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gwandoa. And we appreciate you. You're one of the biggest supporters. You even have a fan club in Bahrain, Chatnite Africa fan club. Appreciate you. Please extend my love to all the people in Bahrain who've been supporting Voices of Africa.
As I'm speaking now, the Kamba, that's the Cameroonian Association in Bahrain. Cameroonians in Bahrain, they are watching and they are live. They are watching.
Beautiful.
And I'm a very good fan for this Chatnite Africa, and I promote it. I love it because they are up to standard. We give you congratulations, Mr. Jivan Chamokong. You are doing the best.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gwandoa Ruben, connecting from Bahrain. And I said there are people who are celebrating their birthday today. Some celebrated this week. Some will be celebrating this coming week. By the way, I want to send my love to all the people watching this broadcast in Bahrain who've come together to form a fan club for Chatnite Africa in Bahrain. I really, really appreciate you. So now, if you are celebrating your marriage anniversary or your wedding anniversary or your birthday today, or you did last week, or you're doing it this coming week, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my good friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. If you're also celebrating your marriage anniversary, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, my friend. So happy birthday to you. Good morning, Pakabouche. Sakai. Okay, that's how we will be wrapping up the show. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Divine Chamukong. I am the broadcast anchor at Chatnite Africa. The program is called Voices of Africa. We will be, with time, bringing you different programming on this platform. We broadcast through our website, brand new website, www.chatniteafrica.net. We broadcast live on that website. We also broadcast live on the YouTube broadcast channel, and I'm urging everybody watching to simply go there, urge your friends. It is your thing. It is our thing. Let's build it together, brick by brick, brick by brick. Yeah, so simply ask your friends to go on YouTube and search Chatnite Africa, Chatnite, Chatnite, and Unisandra Basung Nzwaku celebrating your son's birthday, and that's beautiful. Both your son's birthday, Danny Enzo Nzwaku, and your sister's Lady D, born on the same day, January 14. Hello, Theodora Nyamboli, my good friend. I celebrate you, my friend, Dr. Theodora Nyamboli. That's a picture on the screen. I want to thank you for watching this broadcast and for your support. Believe me, I could never, ever do this by myself. It's impossible. The resources to do this, to have this platform looking the way it is, just enormous. I want to also thank my producer from Lagos, Roger Fool in Lagos, producing this broadcast live through YouTube, through our website, and then on the Facebook broadcast page, where we have thousands and thousands of supporters across the globe. Bravo, Roger Fool. Again, thank you, Dr. Theodora Nyamboli, for being among those watching this broadcast in the United States. We have people watching in Bahrain, in Africa, in gosh, I could keep going, but I'm going to wrap up this show with this song, which people have told me. They're like, by the way, if you go on our website, wherever you are, there are doctors there. There are doctors there who are willing to listen to you. They will respond to your health questions. Simply pick a doctor you want. You can write to them privately, and they'll connect with you wherever you are. These are some of the things that we have done only for you. That's on the health. When you go on the website, go on the Health Corner tab. Click on the Health Corner tab. You see amazing things there. We promote African musicians. We promote African writers. We promote, talents. We promote tourism in Africa. We just do everything to serve you. But let me say this clearly. Voices of Africa, not for Africans only. All right, that's how we're going to wrap up. You can also find a lot of our programming on YouTube. Wow, we had a dynamite of a broadcast last Friday. It's on our YouTube channel on the uprising in Cameroon. You will be blown away by what you watch on that. If you missed that show, simply go now on YouTube. You will find it there. Now, time we go. On this note, merci à tout le monde. Thank you. This is Lazarus Shatzeka. He's in Maryland. It's on this note that I leave you. Je dis merci à tout le monde. And in case you want to know what's happening in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, at the time I'm doing this broadcast, a lot of snow is tumbling on the state. A lot of snow in Washington, D.C. A lot of snow now in Virginia, a lot of snow in Maryland. We call all these three areas administrative areas Washington, D.C. metropolitan area.
Ngiyamito mangila disi beseni soboe. Enya kisame ondo ipotoe. Ombo manibole Mongo pene pasie Manyaka mabukiye Mabukingo manyamae.
Thank you so much. My producer in Lagos, Roger Fool, is signaling to me, hello divine Mr. Presenter. It's already 60 minutes since you've been on the screen live. Mr. Z. Roger Fool is producing this program live from the beautiful city of Africa called Lagos. That's in Nigeria. All right, it's time to go.
Oni uwasonde no ipemea osetelete ke ya pe wa kube